News Channel 5 on your side presents Kaleidoscope, focusing on people who make a difference in Northeast Ohio communities.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. Cuyahoga Community College has partnered with several local organizations to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the election of Carl Stokes as mayor of Cleveland. President Dr. Alex Johnson is here from Tri-C, and Dr. Lauren Anke is here as well. She's chair and dean of the Jack and Joseph and Morton Mandel Humanities Center. They will share information about Stokes, honoring the past, inspiring the future. Then the Reverend Larry Macon Jr. will tell us about the annual Freedom Conference hosted by Mount Zion of Oakwood Village. Later on the broadcast, Wendell Fields and Mia Ullery will give us an update on the B-Bulls Baseball League. Good afternoon again, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with two good folks here in the greater Cleveland area, Lauren Anke, who is seated next to me. She's dean of the Jack, Joseph, and Morton Mandel Humanities Center of Cuyahoga Community College, and Dr. Alex Johnson. He's president of Cuyahoga Community College. Good to have you both with us.
Always good to see you.
Always good to see you, Leon.
This is the 50th anniversary, Dr. Johnson. Alex, I'll call you Alex. I know you that
that's
well.
Great. That's great.
This is the 50th anniversary of the election of Carl Stokes as first black person to lead a major American city. 1967 it was. This is significant in your viewpoint, isn't it?
It's very significant for a lot of reasons. The effort is not only to commemorate that historic election, but also to talk about Cleveland's contributions to civil and human rights, and then take stock of the contributions from not only Carl, but his big brother Lou, and to determine where we are and then develop some additional pathways, some guideposts that will allow us to benefit from that legacy and continue to advance our great community. Around the areas of housing and health and jobs and the economy and all of those things that the Stokes brothers felt were important to improving the lives of individuals.
We are looking at both the lives of Carl and Louis Stokes, the late congressman, the late former congressman. What are you going to do to commemorate this, Lauren?
You know, as Dr. Johnson said, this is both a commemoration but also a look forward. And in that sense, it really exemplifies the work that we're doing in civically engaged humanities at the Mandel Center. Why do we study the past? We do it so we can use it in the present and in the future. So throughout the year, there'll be a range of educational programs. We're developing curriculum for K-12 students and our students at Tri-C and at Cleveland State, at Case Western Reserve. We're going to be doing forums for youth. There'll be arts and culture events and some significant policy research and development around the areas that Dr. Johnson mentioned. There'll be a permanent exhibit unveiled in November of 17 at the Western Reserve Historical Society commemorating the careers of Carl and Louis Stokes. You know, the idea is to use that 50th anniversary as a platform to reflect on their contributions, but also to measure where we are as a city. And we're going to do that with a lot of public dialogue, but also an eye towards those permanent, lasting contributions.
Dr. Johnson, Alex Johnson, what happened 50 years ago with the election of Carl, and then some years later, the election of Louis Stokes to Congress, the two Stokes brothers? That set something, that established a trend in this nation, didn't it?
It did indeed. It did indeed. And in fact, Carl and Lou were often called upon to describe nationally what transpired in Cleveland and how the outcomes could be used to impact improvements in civil and human rights throughout the nation. This particular event, this initiative, is not only the brainchild of Cuyahoga Community College and the Mandel Center, but there are 6 other organizations engaged in as well as conveners. We have over 60 organizations that are developing activities, 55 to date, and there is a core group of organizations that are lending their support, their names, and their funding to this effort as well.
Lauren, you said you've got, and we're looking at pictures of Carl there on the left, and Louis Stokes. They're both gone now, but certainly their legacies are still with us. You've got a bunch of programs established for the next year. This is a huge undertaking, isn't it?
It is indeed, and it needs to be, because again, we need to remember the importance of that election. The first African-American mayor of a major city. We saw after Carl Stokes was elected, mayors throughout the 1970s, African-American mayors elected all across the country. When we begin to see the impact of the civil rights movement now in elected office in really significant ways. And I think both Dr. Johnson and I and everybody involved has been struck by the incredible commitment across the community and the enthusiasm. Organizations said, hey, we're in.
Other people have joined you. I mean,
yes.
everybody wants to jump on board with this because of the Stokes brothers.
Yes.
What's that tell you, Alex, about what they did?
It tells us that people remember, in part, what they did, and other individuals want to know up close and personal about their contributions. We talked about the 60 organizations. Well, there have been 300 individuals that have volunteered their time to this effort also.
I was with Louis Stokes the night that Barack Obama was elected president in 2008, and there were tears in his eyes that night in 2008 because I said there is a direct line between what the Stokes brothers did in 1967 and Barack Obama in 2000. There is a direct line of black political power. You agree with that, don't you?
Absolutely. And, you know, Louis Stokes, the first African-American congressional representative in the state of Ohio, these firsts are important, and we need to tell that story to those behind us, take their names off buildings, and remind young people that they were young and passionate, and they took risks, and they had a huge impact themselves. I had the great privilege of going to the new Smithsonian a couple of months ago of African American Museum of History and Culture, and Carl Stokes' name is mentioned 3 different times in that national and international attraction, and for us to recognize that here will be very, very important.
Well, we thank Tri-C for what Tri-C is doing, all of you are doing for the coming year. It's a big, big year of celebration of the Stokes brothers. You can get more information, by the way, by going to Stokes50cle.com.
That's right.
More information on everything we've been talking about. I've got 30 seconds remaining. Alex, take us home. Give us a reason why we need to care about this and love this.
Well, I think first and foremost, to capitalize upon the great momentum that is evident in Cleveland as a result of activities like the RNC and the Cavs winning the championship. There's a responsibility that we have to promote widespread engagement. The Stokes Initiative allows us to do that. And more importantly, it allows us to advance our community beyond today to ensure that we have the policies in place that would affect change and the leaders that will take on that responsibility as well.
Many thanks, Dr. Alex Johnson, president of Cuyahoga Community College, and Dr. Lauren Anke. She's dean of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Humanities Center of Cuyahoga Community College, celebrating the lives of Louis and Carl Stokes, 2 great Clevelanders, 2 great Americans.
Yes.
Many thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
I'll take a break. This is Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. We return after this. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm always glad to have you with me on this broadcast. Mount Zion of Oakwood Village hosts its 5th annual Freedom Conference on January the 28th. Co-pastor Reverend Larry Macon Jr. is here to tell us more about this event and how it can help you manage your money and your business. Good to see you, Reverend Larry Macon Jr.
Good to be here, Mr. Bibb.
Good things are well at Mount Zion of Oakwood?
Yes, things are great.
That church has been out there for some years now, making a big impact.
Yes, we're trying our best.
Yeah. Tell me about this. You're calling it the Freedom Conference and Economic Empowerment Summit. What's the philosophy? What's the thought behind putting this on?
The thought behind it is it's about having financial freedom, and it's about financial literacy. Especially in the community we serve, we feel that people need, especially at the beginning of the year, they need a push to make sure that they're managing their finances properly. I think it guides your everyday life if your finances are managed properly.
What are some of the topics you're going to talk about on this? Is scheduled for January the 28th. Well, what are some of the things you're going to talk about that
We'll
Saturday?
be talking about, again, how to create a budget. We'll also be talking about how to create a legacy for your family through insurances. Also, we'll be talking about business and entrepreneurship. We have a lot of people in our community that want to start their own business. So we want to bring the experts in to teach them how to do those things.
Now, if scriptures, if I can recall, Christian scriptures,
yes,
the Bible has talked about saving money. I mean, it's scriptural in there about the man with what was called the talents, or the money that was given to one of them. They were not dollars, but they were called talents.
Right.
So the Bible speaks on the importance of investing money, doesn't it?
Right. Investing is important, and what you do with it. We believe that when God blesses you with a certain amount of things, when it comes to wealth or whatever it is that you may have, you have to be able to make the right decisions with it. So we just really teach good decision making.
Yeah. This is the 5th year that you will do this on January the 28th at Mount Zion Church of Oakwood. How has it been for the last years?
Oh, it's been great. It's been growing. I think the word has been getting out, and I think more and more people have been coming, and they're seeing how it's instrumental, because it's not just a one-time thing. We want to let them know we're teaching them a habit, and so throughout the year we'll be doing follow-ups. We have many partners that are part of this. We have PNC Bank, Huntington Bank, and First Merit, which are now partners together. We have First National Bank, First Federal of Lakewood. We also have Dollar Bank, and we have some wealth management agencies this year, North Star Advisors, Thrivent Financial. So we have a lot of experts that are going to be able to help people on this day.
Who can go to this, and is there a cost in getting there?
It's free. Anybody can come. Again, our partners are sponsoring this event. We also have New York Life, who's helping us out. They're a big insurance agency. So all of them are opening the doors of our church, and we're going to, again, allow them to just give a wealth of knowledge and to be able to just give free help to everyone that would like to come in.
Now, Mount Zion Church is located in Oakwood. So how do folks find? What's the address? That I know there's an address called number 1.
There you go. 1 Mount Zion Circle. We're right down 271. We're not far from the Cleveland area. It's about a 15 to 20 minute drive. Well worth it. Just 271 South. Yeah. And you'll catch us.
And your dad, Larry Macon Sr., he's doing well, the co-pastor out there?
He's doing an awesome job. He's our senior pastor. He's, again, been leading us in this effort, and it was his idea to say that we need to make sure that people are empowered financially and that they know how to manage money well. And so I just took the charge and said, I'm going to host this conference, and we're going to really help people out.
Let's give it a good plug now. It's going to be January the 28th.
Yes.
That's a Saturday. What time do we start?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock in the morning, and goes?
Get you out by 1.
10 to 1?
We don't go all day.
A little preaching and a little praying in there.
That's right.
After you're going to do that. So January 28th, Saturday, 10 o'clock at Mount Zion of Oakwood.
Yes.
That's key to remember.
Yes,
of
Oakwood Village.
That's the church in Oakwood Village. What do you want people, in our final 30 seconds, what do you want them to take away from this event, this conference on economic empowerment?
I want them to just be able to change their mindset about money and realize that they can maybe do more with what they have, and also realize how they can actually even make a little more to be able to do some of the things they want. And I want people to not live beyond their means, but be able to understand that they can live at the mean level that they're at, and that they can also achieve and strive to do better.
Yeah, I've got a phone number on the screen, 440-232-2645. More information on everything that the Reverend Larry Macon Jr. and I have been talking about, or you can go to mountzionoakwood.org. You see that at the bottom of the screen as well, mountzionoakwood.org. More information for this event, Saturday, January the 28th at Mount Zion of Oakwood Church in the community of Oakwood Village. Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, January the 28th. And it's free.
It's free.
Praise the Lord.
No charge.
Okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Tell your dad we said hi.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. I'll take a break. This is Kaleidoscope. I'll be right back after these words especially for you. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Wendell Fields is commissioner for the B-Buzz Baseball League, and Mia Ullery is a law student at Case Western Reserve University. They are both here to give us an update on the Baseball League and the efforts underway to obtain a 501c3 status for B-Buzz Baseball League. Good to have you both with us.
Thank you.
Wendell, let's start with you. Tell us, what is B-Buzz Baseball League?
Again, B-Buzz Baseball is a league that started in the Lee Harvard area back in 1965. and we're continuing an effort to try to keep the league going and give the youth of today an opportunity to interact with each other and engage in friendships and learn the game of baseball.
Yeah. This is for kids.
Yes.
Why did you get involved in this?
Well, I started when I was 9 years old. So I started, and I've been playing actually for about 43 years now. I play softball now, but I still want to encourage the kids because it gave me an opportunity to cherish friendships. It gave me an opportunity to be a part of the community, to learn respect, discipline, all kinds of different aspects that carry you on throughout life.
You learn a lot through baseball, not only the game, but you learn a lot about life.
Exactly.
Mia Ullery, you're here. You're a candidate for working on your law degree out at Case Western Reserve University. Now, what's your involvement with the Bibb Baseball League?
Yes, so I'm a certified legal intern in the Community Development Clinic at Case Western Reserve University School of Law. We're working with Wendell and Bibb Baseball League to help them become a nonprofit organization.
So you got to have some legal paperwork done for that to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how is it going with the campaign to get them a 501c3 status?
It's going really well. We've met with the board of directors of Bibb, which is comprised of some community members and Bibb alum that are all very enthusiastic about the cause.
How do you get your money now? You're raising money to
Yes. Right now, we've just been the sponsors that we've been having have been very generous in what they've been given, and we're looking to grow this league into. My goal ultimately is to build a complex within the Lee Harvard area, not a field, but an actual complex, sort of like League Park, where the kids can come, they can have all the facilities, all the different aspects that they need to continue to grow the game and be a part of the community.
The Lee Harvard neighborhood, part of the southeast side of Cleveland.
Yeah, right at Lee and 480.
You've got a play ball clinic at Progressive Field. Were you involved in that?
Yeah, the CBF was gracious enough to invite us. Cleveland Baseball Federation was gracious enough to invite me to bring 10 kids, and they really had a good time. They actually got to go down into the Indians locker room. They got to participate in a training program. They got to hit the ball, field the ball. They got food. So the kids were real happy, and at the end they got tickets to the game. So it was a really good opportunity for them.
Does this inspire you, Mia? Are you inspired by the things you've learned by working with the Bibb Baseball League?
Absolutely. Bibb has some incredible alumni from participation many years ago, and with the resurgence of the league, they are really setting up the foundation for the future leaders of our community. The boys and girls of Cleveland are going to be running it someday.
Yeah,
you see the kids as learning something special by participating in this league?
Yes, much more than just playing baseball. They learn about being friends. They learn about being good winners and good losers, and about being part of a team.
We're going to continue our discussion, but I want to put a phone number on the screen where you can get more information, 216-533-4919, or you can go to bbuzzbaseball.org. That's B-B-U-Z-Z baseball.org. More information on everything we're talking about. Wendell, you said you've been playing baseball for 43 years. You and I probably played on some of the same fields.
I'm sure we did.
Maybe we played against each other.
No, that's okay.
What did you learn from playing baseball coming up as a kid in this town?
The number one thing that I learned is that I can't do it alone. And I don't think anybody in this world can do anything alone, especially when we get into society and get on with life. You need a team. You need people to work with you. And baseball taught me how to interact with people, how to become a good winner, how to become a good loser, how to be sportsmanship, discipline, respect, all those different things in the community that we engage in on a daily basis. It all came through the game. And I was able to carry that on in life. And it's actually carried me on quite a bit.
There's a kid out there saying, hey, I'd like to be part of this now, or parents who say, what do you tell them? How do they begin? How do they link up with you?
We'll be starting recruitment. They can go to our website and they can there's a contact us button. Just click on that, fill out the information. I'll be in touch real soon.
Yeah, you've got something called the Accelerate 2016 Pitch Contest.
We actually got voted in by Citizen Bank last year, and I was able to pitch our idea of Bibb Baseball to a board of members. We didn't win, but we got a lot of exposure,
Yeah.
and it was really good that they chose us for that opportunity to present the thing.
You're impressed with what Wendell is talking about. I mean, you don't have to do this. You've got to be impressed with what these kids are doing, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. It's been a privilege to work with Wendell and with Bibb Baseball League to be part of this continuing legacy.
Well, keep pitching out there.
We will.
You know,
We definitely will.
And the kids are learning. What age groups are we talking
Well, we're
about?
starting, last year was 9 to 13, but we want to try to have a T-ball league, at least so that we can feed the upper leagues this year.
And if we can
if we can T-ball, it'll start at 6 to 7 and 8.
We can get these kids playing more baseball.
Definitely.
Then who knows where their careers
talents
may
can
go,
take them.
Where their talent, or what they will learn on
That's
the
right.
baseball diamond.
Right. That's right.
You know, I grew up playing baseball.
Yeah.
I got more time playing baseball.
I'm
than I
coming
got
to get
sitting
your
at this
gloves.
desk.
You said you had some gloves for
I
us.
keep a baseball glove in the trunk of my car for any pickup games.
Right,
It's right there now in the
Right,
trunk of my car.
Right. So do I. I actually have an old bag.
You and I go in the backyard, we'll play catch.
All right, sounds
Okay.
good.
Thank you very much. Wendell Fields, he's commissioner of the Bibb Baseball League, and Mia Ullery, she's a candidate for her law degree at Case Western Reserve University, working in community development and helping Bibb get the 501c3 designation as a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
Thank you for being on the broadcast.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us.
You're throwing the fastball on me, and it's a good fastball. It's got a lot of hop to it. I'll take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment. We've read your cards and your postcards saying more of Marsha Maccabee is what we want, Leon. And here she is, president of the Urban League, always with a commentary.
Thank you, Leon. Good to be here. You know, recently we launched our Capital Access Fund that we talked about a little while ago. And we are getting the calls are coming in, and people are very excited. One thing quickly I want to say to our audience is, remember, this is not a grant. This is a loan.
Yeah.
So the business does have to be viable. It does have to be making money, and it does have to be legitimized, which means it has to have tax returns and books. And what we can do is help people get prepared if they're not quite ready. So that's the beauty of the Capital Access Fund.
So it's a good thing, trying to help folks stay on the straight and narrow financially.
Exactly.
And establish a plan and work a business and keep that business going.
And make it profitable. Make it profitable.
Now, you've been talking about this since 1917. Not you talking about it, but the Urban League's been talking about it since 1917.
Absolutely.
But that's always the goal, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
What do you tell people? We got 20 seconds remaining. What do you tell people they must keep in mind when they go into business?
They should understand that they will probably work harder than they would ever work for anyone else. They have to understand they have to be really committed to what they want to do, and that it takes time to build a business.
And the money that you make up front, you need to put that
it
back
right back
into the company.
business. That's exactly
You
right.
ain't gonna get rich overnight.
That's exactly right.
Most of us don't.
Yeah, not
Okay.
legitimately.
That's gonna do it. Take care, everybody. We gotta go. Be well.
This has been a presentation of News Channel 5's Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.